Now, KLBK Sports Connection with Stan Smith.
A lot of the attention at the Masters is focused on guys like Scottie Scheffler, who's tied for first, and Tiger Woods for obvious reasons, but neither of them had the best round. The one who played better than anyone in round two hails from Texas Tech.
Good afternoon, Sasha. That's exactly right. They have 5 players on this roster that have tournament experience, which is exactly what Grant McCasland wanted to have with this team as he came into the program last year.
SBC is getting things back on track under their new head coach, Hayden Sowers, who had to look literally far and wide to put this national title contender together, didn't he? And so those brothers that Eli Reeves just mentioned play football at Wheaton College. So there's going to be 3 of them up in Illinois playing together.
We alluded to it a little bit earlier. NC State didn't need to take a lot of three-pointers. They only made 5 out of 13, but they dominated points in the paint.
The Red Raiders' loss to the Longhorns last night was bad enough, but what transpired with roughly 10 minutes left in the game still has everyone talking. To recap, it started with Darion Williams going after this loose ball, and Texas' Brock Cunningham checked him into the scorer's table. And the Red Raiders on the floor, they kept their cool. Cunningham was assessed a flagrant 2 foul and was ejected, but the bottles and debris rained onto the court. A technical foul was called on the fans, which then caused Grant McCasland to grab a hold of the PA mic to get things under control.
Without basketball, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't enjoy those moments, living this life I'm living right now.
LCU senior Kurt Venksader has been playing basketball nearly his entire life and has committed himself to playing at the highest levels possible. Born in Paris, France, Venksader was among a select few chosen to be a part of the NBA Academy Africa when he was 15 years old. He eventually was selected to play for the Central African Republic national team.
Because of basketball, I get to see like 60 countries, so which is like, amazing, and then counting.
But this came at a personal sacrifice.
When I went to the NBA Academy by myself, get to see my family only twice a year, and I moved to U.S. I don't even see my family the first 3 years when I was in U.S.
His journey then took him to the University of New Mexico, then Utah State Eastern College, and finally Lubbock Christian University. Venksader's travels have given his coaches and teammates a new perspective.
Well, most of us, if we need something, we're just a phone call or a few hours away from our home, our families, etc. And he's a continent away.
I'm not homesick no more like I used to be, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like excited for the journey that I'm living here, because like I would not trade it for anything.
The world-traveling Venksader will graduate in the spring with a business degree and plans on heading back overseas to begin his professional playing career.
Around different cultures, different parts of life, kind of the game unites everybody. And the joy of coaching is just when you get to be a part of lives like that and get to be influenced by them as much as you're trying to, impact their lives.
A journey that has given him his own family to take with him.
I'm just grateful, for everything basketball done in my life, be able to come here, meet great people, and then, create a great relationship. And then, so, yeah, thanks to basketball.
But we love Texas Tech, but not tonight.
Stacy and Kevin Weatherington, who live in the Steel City, have not had much reason to butt heads with their sports teams during their marriage. That was until Selection Sunday.
I just went, oh no.
Well, in my head, they broke the region, and the first thing they mention is Pittsburgh, which is where we live. And the first bracket that they unleashed was 6-11.
The 6th seed is Texas Tech. They are matched up with NC State.
And I was like, how is this going to change my life?
It definitely changed Kevin's week and where Stacy told him to sit.
And he ran downstairs to buy the tickets, and I said, I'm just sitting with you.
I'm not having you sit beside me rooting against Texas Tech. That was the reasoning for me being sequestered to the other.
Very passionate about his basketballs.
Kevin even got a kick out of it online, posting on an NC State message board.
I was just laughing with my fellow NC State people. Check this stuff out. I've got a Texas Tech
Crazy
alum.
Red Raider.
and now she's got me sitting on the other side of the arena. And I didn't want that. I just want to let you know.
And then at the end of the night,
We were driving home together, so.
I originally was going to drive by myself and come back, but I took the TN, and so we're going to ride back together.
I don't know.
Which could be ugly.
but as you can probably guess, this bond won't be broken by a basketball game.
Yeah, wreck 'em. Wolfies.
I just love it over here. I mean, there's no place to be like the E.
In the midst of yet another season where the Estacado Matadors are the class of their district, head coach Tony Wagner still brings the intensity in practice.
Leadership is hard. You know, anytime you're in a leadership position, you're not going to please everybody. If you want to do that, you better start selling ice cream.
He says through the hard work, his goal is to have his current players return someday to see the fruits of their labor.
I love when our former players come back and bring their kids to watch, and they walk around the gym and they show them banners that they're on. I just think it's just part of me now.
Wagner jokingly says those who do come back will say this new group has it easy.
Oh, they say I've gotten soft. 100%. 100%. They say I've gotten soft. You know, because most of those guys, when they played with me, they can only have a couple of haircuts. I didn't let them have their headphones in. I've changed with the times, man. I mean, it's not a battle worth fighting, but it's just one of those deals that I gave into. You just got to try to meet them in the middle somewhere, but still hold your standard.
Sure, Coach Wagner may have changed some of his coaching philosophies, but what hasn't changed is the way his teams contend for championships year in and year out. As they're set to close in on yet another district title in his tenure, he has kept this message to his guys.
How you do anything is how you do everything. You know, we talk about that. We've had to talk about that a lot lately. That's one of the things that they bought into and has allowed us to have such a lot of success over the years.